These guys are ridiculous. These guys are ridiculous.
Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another episode of How About Them Celtics. Sam and I are here recording on Friday, January 5th, after the Celtics monster win over the Jazz. Apologies if you hear a lot of background noise. My first, second, and third choice of spots to record at the Garden were taken, gone, stripped of me. So I am
Who'd
in
you
the
lose
hallway.
to?
The Bruins, for one, so I couldn't sit by the court because they're stripping it down for hockey. Joe Sway, shout out the Garden Report, took my favorite spot. And then the third spot that I usually go to had somebody I didn't recognize just writing there, so I just didn't want to talk right next to them. So I'm in the hallway, sort of trying to be out of the way, but still talking. Anyways, to the Celtics, the reason I went so long in that story is because the Celtics absolutely murdered the Jazz, and there's not much story here. 126-97 win for the Celtics. A dominant first half, 15 points allowed in the first quarter, their best mark of the season. It was the 12th time a team has kept their opponent to 15 or less in the first quarter of any team in the NBA this season. It was a 31-point lead at halftime for the Celtics. By the time the end of the third quarter rolled around, none of the starters were in, and it stayed that way. Celtics ended up winning, again, 126-97, just dipped under that 30 mark, 29-point win for them. This was about as clear-cut of a textbook blowout as you can imagine.
I mean, they went up so from the jump, this was going to be a whomping. They started this game 10-0. Did it ever get back under double digits?
Let's go find out.
I actually don't know. I feel like this one was 10 points and then it was just over. They might have got it like 12-5 or something like that.
They got it down to like a 7-point lead or so, and then Celtics got it back up to 10 around 6 minutes to go in the first, and then it never dipped back below double digits for the rest of the game.
This was one where I almost took insurance in the first, and it was at plus 1,000, and I was like, well, let me see if I can get it when it's worth a little bit more.
You like that game?
And
Sean?
then I tried to get it again, and they just stopped offering the money line.
Yeah.
Did not take very much time at all. The Celtics just came out and stomped the Jazz. It was a little bit of both. The Jazz were terrible to start this game. They could not buy a three. I think they were 1 of 16 or some crazy stat like that. The Celtics themselves did a great job defending the rim early. Tatum, Brown, they both had blocks. Porzingis had a block. All the starters.
Starting lineup.
Oh my God.
I saw a stat. Dick Lipe tweeted about it. Third time since December 12th that it's happened. And it's only happened, I think, 3 times since 1991 or something. So it's been an obscene amount of times. I want to find the exact stat.
Now the Celtics have done this since December 12th, or the league?
Yeah. So this is Dick Lipe, who is the Celtics stat guy. This is the third time since December 12th that all 5 Celtics starters have blocked at least one shot. The last time Boston did it 3 times in a season was 1991. So they've done it 3 times since December 12th. The last time it happened 3 times in a year was 91. So
wow,
a lot of blocks for the Celtics.
A lot of blocks indeed. But they did it early in the game when it actually mattered too. They came out and set the tone right away. Mind you, this was a game the Celtics came into having lost on Tuesday. They had a couple days to stew and think about, wow, we didn't get any stops early in that game, and that's kind of why we lost. And then they came out today and they said, well, we're getting all the stops. We saved all the stops for today. And Utah looked absolutely lost.
All 5 starters had a block in the first half.
In the first
half. For
the
context.
Very impressive. Drew Holiday had 2 of them. You saw really good games from just about everybody. I mean, Drew Holiday, who was really not great in the OKC game, bounced back 6 of 8. Pretty solid day, and all of his points came early. He was a big tone setter guy. Tatum, of course, had the second quarter where he went ballistic. He made his threes today, 5 of 8. Pretty solid outing from him. He did take a couple of the dribble ones, but they went in today. So sad to see the positive reinforcement, but you can't complain when you win, now can you? Porzingis and Tatum owned the free throw line. 26 free throws between the both of them. I was watching this game with my dad. He was like, oh my God, there's been 70 free throws in this game at the end. This is a game that was over at least by halftime.
Halftime. Dude.
And they had 70 free throws combined. Be for
After the-
real.
After the first half, there was literally no energy in the crowd because no one gave a shit because it was
No one
over.
gave
It
a
was-
shit.
It was done. It was cooked.
They weren't even doing the arena music to try and get the crowd into it. Everybody was like, all right, night off. It's Friday. Everybody go home early. Team's going away for the weekend. Just relax, enjoy yourself. And the Celtics just held on to the lead. There was never any doubt. We're seeing more of these games this year, which is a very good thing, in my opinion, because I hate when you see a good start like you saw today and it goes to waste. They kind of take their foot off the gas, they dick around, they end up losing the lead, and then you got to sweat. To their credit, they've had plenty of instances where they just have not let that happen. Today was another one of them. Big time credit to Tatum for being serious throughout the whole thing. Jaylen Brown was just like fucking around with him. He had 13 points, 5 of 12, and he made like some crazy fallaways, just pump fake, pump fake, pump fake. Okay, I'm going to go this time. Made a crazy pull up three at the beginning of the third quarter. And that kind of squashed any hope Utah had. Utah had like a little scary open to the second half. They scored like 5 straight points. And then Jaylen was like, that's it. That's enough of that.
This was awesome. Best part, no one player took more than 12 shots. Not one. It was completely well rounded. Jayson Tatum was dominant, 30 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, plus 34 in the night. He had more free throws than field goals. Jared Weiss asked him about it after the game. I think it's the first time he's ever done that when he's taken at least 10 shots in a game. He set a season high in free throw attempts at 14, and he got subbed out with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. You know how crazy that is? He set a season high in free throw attempts in 3.5 quarters.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
nuts.
he was just aggressive today. Like, he went inside. There were some ugly, like, finishing attempts from everybody. I think Jaylen had a couple he missed, like, driving in kind of reckless, but also, like, aggressive. But to their credit, like, they got themselves to the line. Him and Porzingis. Porzingis has been so good at just, like, baiting guys into fouls, which is by some unethical basketball. But when he does it, it's beautiful. I don't know why. But he does a great job of taking advantage of guys that are smaller than him, rips the ball through and goes up and draws the foul, or he just simply makes the shot, which we see plenty of. And Tatum did a great job of getting himself to the line. I think we need to see more of this Tatum. He did take the 8 threes. He did take probably 4 of them that were not like the greatest, but he had it today.
Catch
And
and
he
shoot
didn't
three in the
start the
corner,
game
though.
doing it. Yes.
Catch and shoot 3 in the corner was beautiful. I asked Joe about it after the game.
Was that the first
or
one
I
of the
asked-
game that he took? Like his first 3?
I'm not sure, but I know he was very aggressive before he started taking the pull-ups, which is a good thing. I asked Joe about it after the game. I said, do you think you guys need to do a better job of getting him some of those looks? And let me find the exact quote because I actually have transcribed it so far. He said, or sorry, that's a lie. I haven't transcribed it. I'm going to be writing about Tatum pull-up 3 soon. I asked Joanne Tatum about the pull-up 3s. Spoiler alert, Tatum said, I'm not going to stop shooting them. So sorry, Sam. But Joe was like, yeah, we need to find him in those spots.
I was there.
He's like, we need to find him in those spots. He said it's about the timing of the game. He talked about how Tatum's had the chance to play off the ball a bit more, and he's getting more comfortable in that. What I think is even more impressive, though, and this is what I'm going to be writing about tonight in the context of this game, is you're seeing the evolution of Tatum as the 30-point per game scorer you saw last year, as that is what he does, to the next level, which is the offensive hub of the team. And that's what he's been for the past X amount of games, right? That's what he was in this game. That's what he was at the end of that Thunder game in particular, and really the whole thing. But the end of the game, it showed out more
Spurs game
because
too.
they got back. Spurs game, he was at the Clippers game, even the Lakers game when his shot wasn't there. He was dishing out assists, and he was the
I don't
hub.
think he
because
played against the Clippers. Or
I
maybe
thought he
it's
didn't play against the Kings. I think he didn't play
My
against the Kings.
mistake.
You have panicking because I was talking about that on
sorry,
Twitter.
sorry.
You're good, but you can see it because the assist numbers are up, and as you tweeted about, he broke the zone today. That is offensive hub stuff that he is doing. He is so talented that he's seeing 2-3 defenders every time he drives, and he's been doing a much better job of not only finding and making those reads, but also playing off the ball and getting into spots where he can be effective. This version of Tatum offense is better, and I wanted to ask him about it, and I'm mad that I didn't. I want to know because I talked about this to you, and I have before. I feel like when he's aggressive, the pull-up threes fall at a higher clip. When he starts the game, taking layups, getting to the free throw line, and getting inside, I think you got to work inside out, as corny as that take is.
Not corny.
And so I think that's something to to note as well. Tatum's been so good, and he's doing it on defense too. The Celtics defense was awesome. Cam Tabatabai was talking about it a lot. Excuse me. The lineup of, oddly enough, Drew Holiday, Jayson Tatum, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, Luke Cornett killed the Jazz on defense. They were on a string. And Cam was just talking about it all night on Twitter, and he was talking about it was happening. So credit to him. I don't want to steal his thought process, but Tatum on defense has been awesome for the past 2 games. Again, like you mentioned, Jazz just couldn't hit the side of a barn to save themselves. However, I credit the Celtics defensive pressure for that a lot, because from the end of that Thunder game into this game, it almost felt like they were like, yeah, we got punked a little by the Thunder with that 40-point or the terrible third quarter. We got to get back to it. And I know this Jazz team isn't very good on the season, but they've been hot lately. And the Celtics just said, get the fuck out of here. You're not scoring. And to the Celtics' credit, Jazz didn't do much scoring. So also, before you get in here, Justin Turpin of WEI mentioned it. Since November 28th, the Celtics have only missed the 120-point mark on offense twice. They have done it now in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 straight games. They've scored 120 or more points. The offense is cooking, which is a good thing.
I just went back to look at your point about the Tatum, how he starts the game. I do agree with you that I think he does a great job of getting himself going when he's really aggressive to get the game started. He goes inside, drives hard. Today was not a day like that. Today, he had
he missed some layups
ball
inside.
Swung to him and took a 3. He then cut across the foul line for a turnaround and missed it. Then he had the corner 3. Then he had a layup that he drove and just kind of might have got fouled, maybe not. Then he had a dunk. So those were
any free throws mixed in there though. Were there any free throws though?
I don't really know how to look at that.
Score early this NFL season with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 money bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action, NFL. The app is so easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, including you got spreads, you got your player props, you got over-unders, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/Boston and kick off the NFL season. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
That's okay. I feel like he did get to the line, and
he might have.
I think the important part of that was there weren't many, at least, super cool pull-ups. He got into them later in the game, but it wasn't like a thing where he started off with them, which we've seen a bunch of times this season. And I will also say, I know the swing 3 you're talking about. I wish he shot it sooner. Because I think
he kind of hesitated.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it was Derek White who swung it to him, and then he hesitated and then he shot it. And for what it's worth, Tatum started off the game with a missed free throw, which was his only missed free throw of the game. And then he made every single one.
Yeah.
So he got to the line, and then, I mean, this is crazy. Sorry, I would have to get into this. The game started with a turnover, but then Tatum got a block. Then he got free throws on the other end. Then he had an assist. Then he had another assist. Then a rebound, and then that miss you're talking about. Then a miss, and then he had 3-point line. It was all Tatum to start the game, and the shots weren't falling until later. But he got to the line early, got to the line late in the first quarter as well, and another assist. The offensive hub thing is so real, and he, when he talked about it, he's like, he emphasized, he's like, it's not necessarily taking a step back, but it's this is what Tatum said when I asked him about it. He's like, it's not necessarily taking a step back, but it's kind of like finding the moment and understanding what the team needs in certain spots. Basically, you don't want to stop him being aggressive, because you can see what happens with the 14 free throws. But you have to grow and adapt with the amount of talent around him. Also, Jared Weiss asked him about that free throw thing, and he was just like, yeah, I've gotten a lot better, haven't I? It's kind of crazy. Jared was like, you weren't good
at making them.
You heard he shot 13 of 14 tonight. Tonight's not the night.
Today he did.
Yeah, tonight's not
that
the
man
night.
loves a miss.
Jared Weiss was like, you didn't get to the line a lot early in your career. He goes, yeah, I got a lot better, haven't I? By the way, Tatum back over 80% on the season, and that's before tonight. So he's back. Actually, he's been back lately. He got, since the Clippers game, 7 of 9, 12 of 13, 7 of 8. Didn't take any in the Spurs game, but then 8 of 10, and then 14 to 13. He is very back from the free throw line. He's finding it, which, if anything, I'm not saying it's correlation, but in tandem with that, 3 games in a row of very few free throw misses. Then Spurs game OKC tonight, efficient from 3. Cooking, shooting is back. We're getting back, rolling
It is
into
the time of the
Tatum
year
efficiency.
where he sucks to start. Now we're at the he knows how to play basketball stage of the year, so maybe he's gonna come around. I think this has been a really good stretch for him though. Like I like to make fun of it, and I think the nitpicking is fair because he's the star and he has to be a lead by example guy. Not to say he doesn't do that with a lot of other things, but I think you need to keep it as tight as possible when you're trying to compete at a high level like this. Another guy I'd like to talk about.
Is it your guy?
Oshae Brissett.
Yeah.
And he hustled and he played pretty well. He didn't shoot well. Sucked. 0 of 2 for 3.
Really ugly. They were really
It hurt, dude. I was watching. I was like, oh, come on.
I was sitting up with Bobby and he missed a free throw and I looked over at him. He just goes, I'm not looking at you, Jack. No, but O'Shea was really good in this game, regardless of the missed threes. 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. How we doing? We are. Well, we're not live.
Sam, hello.
Sam says hello.
Oh, live to tape. Hey, Sam.
Hey.
Great game. Big time. We're talking about Oshae Brissett. Thoughts?
I mean, he's like tall Marcus Smart. He does the dirty work.
Yeah.
You like tall Marcus Smart?
Yeah.
Sam's a big O'Shea guy.
Yeah. I mean,
Sure.
oh, Canada, I guess.
There you go.
He has to make his threes. He's got to make them, though.
See you, Cam. Good night.
Because you can't put him out there in a playoff situation.
No.
You can't. Like, if he's not
No.
making threes, you can't put him out there. He's going to get left. There's still 4 months. Still 4 months before the playoffs. It's get anybody in there, teach them how to shoot. Like, this is not like a joke. I truly think shooting is like the easiest skill for these guys to learn. Just practice. Like, it's not that hard.
Yeah. Sorry. I am. You mentioned the threes, and can you hear me? You mentioned the threes, and I was like, wow, it feels like they shot better than 34.7% tonight. And that's because the bench outside of Sam Hauser shot a combined 2 of 17.
This was like another like Hauser has it and Pritchard doesn't game.
Yeah.
And I was like sitting there watching. I was like, oh, good. Hauser's back. Like he comes out, makes a couple threes, has the dunk. And then they put Pritchard in and he's like slamming him on. You know what Pritchard did? Pritchard did Tatum. He caught the Tatum. That's what he did today. Pritchard shot 7 threes, and he said, hey, watch this for like 5 of them.
The second half of the game turned into a Globetrotters game. Realistically, it was a fiesta. Luke Cornett, good. 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Sam Hauser, super cool. Alley-oop, 13 points. Back. Derek White didn't really have it. JJ Redick, curse real. Thoughts? 2 of 7 from 3. JJ Redick, hello.
JJ Redick, man. He did make his first one.
Tweet. He did, but 2 of 7 is not great. I'm about to tweet at them. Let's see. Derek White, 2 of 7. Any thoughts?
Hot seat.
Anyways, good game overall. Any final thoughts on the game? I have a couple things non-Celtics just briefly because tonight was a couple crazy things happened. I want your thoughts in case you didn't see it, but
kind of think it's funny that like they sat Al Horford after 2 days like off. Just they didn't play since Tuesday. He's like, rest. Like
rest.
I know like the whole point is like he's gonna play tomorrow, which is good. Like I think it's important that he plays against the Pacers. Go on. What you got?
Also, Tatum plus 34. No one else was more than a plus 22. That's insane. Couple things. Pacers. Did you see the Pacers tonight? What happened?
They murdered Atlanta.
50 assists. 50.
Celtics take notes, buddy.
5-0. That is 3 off the all-time record for assists. 50 assists on 60 made shots. 50 of their 60 made baskets were assisted on. They shot 68 or 64% of the field and 49% from 3. That's fucking insane. Also, Sam, are you familiar with Dylan Windler?
He played. Yes.
Knicks G League right now. He's on the Knicks
he had
now.
a bunch of rebounds.
Knicks G League, 33 rebounds. That what? 33 rebounds is insane.
I could get 33 rebounds in the G League. Let's all calm down a minute.
No. 33 rebounds is crazy.
It is crazy.
He's
I'm just being
6'6". He's 6'6". He's not a big man. He's a wing. How? What is happening? And then Jonathan Kuminga, super cool haircut. How about that? Anyways.
He looks weird with short hair. Like, I was like kind of disturbed. I was like, oh, wait a minute. That's
a
not
bit
how
odd.
he looks.
Bit odd. Anyways, we only
Speaking of
divulged
Jonathan
into,
Kuminga, him and the boys only up 5 on our Pistons. 39-33 with 4 minutes to play in the first half.
Oh, no.
Thoughts?
Disaster. I am excited to get to watch this Magic Nuggets game on the train, though. 2-point game. I like watching the games on the train on my way home.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's a close game.
I hope the Warriors lose, though.
Knicks, you saved this all for the pod. What are we doing?
Sorry.
Pod to do tomorrow.
Well, we got bored. There was nothing to talk about. They killed the Jazz. What do you want?
We did 20 minutes on nothing.
You're right. We did.
We're getting good at this.
No, we are. Thank y'all for tuning in.
We used to do a pod every week, and we would not be able to do more than 20 minutes on all 3 games.
We're getting better. Oh, sorry. It is Celtics related. Super cool swag box. Look at this.
Yeah.
Celtics. Look at that. Look at there.
Once it's time for me to go back, nothing.
We'll say not a single Celtics logo in this. I don't know if there's no Vistaprint rights, but there's just no logo. It's the team and stuff, but they're you won't find a single normal Celtics logo. We'll say good quality mug. Give us a little thing.
The hell is that?
It says none of the slogans make any sense. I was talking about the Sam Packard, fueled up for greatness. Not a thing. There is a beanie that says no grit, no glory, which is just also not a thing. And then the best part, is my favorite, is they have all the names of the All-Star guys with just stock images of basketball hoops, which is just
Do they ask you what size you want?
No, everyone gets an XL.
That's fucked.
It's fine for me. And then, I'm very grateful. This is very cool. I'm not complaining at all. It's just fun.
Jack does a haul.
Yeah, and then this.
Is that a sticker?
No, it is
a magnet.
No, it's just a piece of metal. Genuinely,
it's a piece of metal.
It's recycled, like a truck. I don't know. It's just I'm telling you, it's just.
Can you defend yourself with that on the train?
It's sharp. I could get some. Get some.
There you go.
In. No complaints here, but yeah, very cool. Thank you, the Celtics. Go vote for All Stars. They asked us to post it. Oh, also $5 to Duncan.
What does that get you? A water?
Yeah, I get a coffee and a donut. It's easy.
Speaking of Duncan,
come on.
This is we're doing a pod. Jesus.
Yeah, fuck it. It's fine.
The red velvet donut, good.
Ooh, really?
Good.
Also, pretty good. The pink velvet coffee. Weird, but good. Good thing.
It's probably only 5,000 calories. Power rankings of take years off your life drink. Ice spiced, the pink velvet, the peanut butter cup one from last year. You remember that? It was orange. The drink was fucking orange.
The pink velvet latte is 330 calories. That's actually not as bad. I don't know. I just Googled it.
Probably a medium.
It's still not. Yeah, medium.
That's ass.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know what you can eat for 330 calories?
No, because I'm not a psycho and I don't count
you can
them.
eat so much. You can have a king size chocolate bar for that.
Yeah, but I like coffee. Oh, fuck it, whatever. Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. This went off the rails real quick. Very cool box. Jam Packard made it a point. Said the box is the coolest thing they gave us.
It is the coolest thing.
Good quality box. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to How About Them Celtics. Leave us a rating. Please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. So the Genki one isn't the first thing. Thank y'all for tuning in. Subscribe to How About Them Celtics. I'll let Sam take it out.
Hey, thank you very much for listening or watching. If you're watching, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these game recaps or the full-length pods or Talking C's with Bobby Kravitsky, or film breakdowns or rumor breakdowns, or the 30-minute pregame streams will be here later tonight as you're hearing this because they're playing the Pacers. So come hang out. We had a good chat before the who the hell they play Jazz game, and it was a lot of fun. So come hang out. You can also find us on Spotify and Apple, like Jack mentioned. Leave a 5-star review. If you follow us, the full-length pods and game recaps will be right in your inbox, the audio versions. If you want to reach out to us for the pod we're recording tomorrow, the email, hbtcpod@gmail.com. You can send us your thoughts on tonight's game. You can send us what you think of the All-Star vote. You could, whatever. You send us whatever. You can also find us on socials at How About Them C's, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Facebook is just the name of the podcast. You can find our pregame streams there and on Twitter. Jack's Twitter is at Jack Simone NBA. Mine is at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us. Bye.